Unfortunately, currently technical difficulties have prevented the monthly awards program from dropping at 3 p.m. Eastern. We don't know when exactly it will drop. We don't even have an estimated time of arrival. We just know that SDS is currently working on the technical difficulties. And in the meantime, I'm going to basically help you all out in terms of how to prepare the most effective way. So first things first, if you have not done these already, I would highly suggest while the technical difficulties are being resolved to go into Tops now and make sure you do each and every single week that has June in it. There are going to be a total of 4 weeks. Make sure you pick a diamond that is unique. Do not pick duplicate diamonds, and then you don't have to buy any of the diamonds that are left for you to go ahead and select, because it's gonna follow the same rubric it has followed for the month of April and for the month of May, which is that as you do the May monthly awards, or in this case June monthly awards, you're gonna get each week's diamond pack once again, and you're gonna be able to select the players that you do not have currently, and you will need every single player from each Tops Now pack. So make sure you don't sell any of the ones that you get from the month of June. That's gonna be the most important thing that I want you all to go ahead and do. That's number one. Number two, in terms of preparing, you wanna make a Tops Now lineup, Tops Now squad, basically in terms of hitters. You want to make it in terms of pitchers as well. You want to put pitchers that have a fast delivery, and if you can't find pitchers that have a fast delivery, then you're going to follow the same process that I'm going to talk about a little bit later on. But the reason you want to have a bullpen full of Tops Now, or I should say starting rotation, as well as a lineup, is because once we go into the program and once we go to the monthly awards, you will see that for April, the first 3 missions were get 15 hits with Tops Now cards, and then get 7 extra base hits with them, and then 15 strikeouts with the Tops Now pitchers. And if we go to May, they're going to follow the same rubric, which is going to lead me to believe they're following the same rubric for the month of June. For the month of May, it was a little bit different. It was 30 total bases. You needed to hit 5 home runs, and then it was the same thing, 15 strikeouts. So I believe they're going to just switch up. Instead of total bases, maybe it's a certain amount of doubles or something along those lines, and then an extra base hit category, and then strikeouts with pitchers again. Now, for the month of June, as soon as it drops, you're going to head into single player modes, especially if you have a team full of Tops Now cards. Now, the Tops Now cards, they do not have to be from the month of June. They can be from any month as long as they are Tops Now. And if you're wondering how can you filter the Tops Now cards, just go into the squad, and let me change my camera angle real quick so you all can go ahead and see that. You're going to go all the way down to series, and then you're going to go to Tops Now, and you will see each and every single player that you have available. If you really wanted to, you can even play the players out of position, because it is not required for them to be at their ordinary position, since you don't really care about how many outs you get. All you care about is the strikeouts. So once you do all of that, you're going to go into play versus CPU, and you can either be home or away. It's really not going to matter, because you're going to have to pitch regardless. I would be home, because you get to play at a stadium that either A, you created, or B, you can play at Ship It, which is probably the stadium where everybody will go. You pick a pitcher, doesn't matter, they're all Tops Now, and then you make the lineup as best as you can. Now, if you want to make it a little bit easier for you, what you can go ahead and do is you can actually put your 5th starting pitcher. That way, the Baltimore Orioles put their 5th best starting pitcher, and you face a worse starting pitcher. But you're playing on rookie difficulty. If you're new to the game, you might struggle a little bit, but in general, you shouldn't be struggling at all. Now, Julio Urias, he doesn't have the fastest delivery in the world, but he has a pretty good delivery. If you have another pitcher that is not named Julio Urias starting and he has a longer delivery, what I would suggest you go ahead and do is actually walk the first hitter, and then after that, they will pitch from the stretch, and it will be a much faster delivery. As you can see, although, when it comes to Julio Urias, it doesn't really change whether he's pitching from the windup or if he's pitching from the stretch. He has the same motion, and it takes about the same amount of seconds. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to pitch, and you're going to hopefully get 15 strikeouts. This is perfect, because this is a catchable ball. Whenever you have a catchable ball, do not catch it. You are going to purposefully be throwing in order to just get strikeouts. So you're going to be dropping everything. If it's a line drive and it's coming straight at you, you got to dive. If someone wants to steal, you let them steal. They can literally score 100 runs if they really want to. we don't care about the amount of runs that they score. The only thing we care about is the strikeouts at the end of the day. So let me fast forward now and get into the hitting aspect of it. So for the hitting aspect of it, we're following the same rubric. You can have an Excel sheet or you can have it on your phone. And basically what you're going to want to do is track down how many total bases you have so far. You're going to want to track down, if it's home runs, how many home runs you have hit. And it becomes a lot easier if you guys just go into the stats section and then go into box score and go to your team, and you know that a home run is 4 total bases, so you would put 4 out of 20 if total bases was one of the missions, and you would put 1 out of 5 home runs. And you're going to want to track these down for each and every single one, because if you finish either one first, to make it a lot more effective, what I would suggest you go ahead and do is actually quit out. So for example, if within the first inning, some way, somehow, we hit 5 home runs and get 30 total bases, there is no point in us hitting once again. So the only thing we need would be strikeouts, and just us completing those 2 missions for hitting would also unlock one of the new diamonds. So there would be no point in us going to the bottom of the second to hit. There would be a point in us going to the top of the second to pitch, because of course it's impossible for us to have 15 strikeouts. So we should go and pitch every single time. But let's say, for example, I went ahead and got those 30 out of 30 total bases and those 5 out of 5 home runs. I would be getting roughly, I think, 10 program points. And with the 10 program points, it's going to go ahead and push me to unlocking, let's say, Austin Meadows. Austin Meadows has a mission with him that is saying get 3 out of 3 extra base hits. And let's say it pushes me further. Well, it's impossible for it to get you all the way to Jesse Winker, but let's say these missions actually give, they give 10 actually. So if I complete both hittings, I will get Austin Meadows and Jesse Winker, for example, and I can see that they have a extra base hits and 2 home runs with them. So what I would do now is I would put Jesse Winker and Austin Meadows inside the lineup. I would have them hit 1 and 2, and I would do the same thing. Since I still need strikeouts with the pitcher, I would be home. I'd get the 3 strikeouts in the first inning, and then I'd hit with Austin Meadows and Jesse Winker. If I got the extra base hits and home runs, great. If I didn't, great as well. I would quit out, and then I would head into another game, being home, give them their 2 at-bats after I get the strikeouts, and then I would quit out. Now, once I have completed the strikeouts with the pitchers, and let's say it's still just hitters, we still don't have a pitcher available, which in this case, it was still just hitters. Now Brandon Crawford comes in. He needs 10 out of 10 total bases. So what I would do is I'd put Brandon Crawford, Austin Meadows, and Jesse Winker as my 1, 2, 3 spot. And then I head on over to single player mode once again, play versus the CPU. If you are away, I don't think you can select the stadium, but if you can, it doesn't really matter. So no, you can't select the stadium. So since you can't select the stadium away, I would always suggest facing the Rockies, because you're playing at Coors Field and you have a greater opportunity to hit home runs. Put it at whatever time you desire, whatever it is you're comfortable with, and then just have the first 3 at-bats. Once you have the first 3 at-bats, if you completed the missions, you go on and look what's next. If you didn't complete the missions, you quit out, you hop back on, give them their next 3 at-bats, and keep on rinsing, repeating. And you're going to do this for each and every single mission, because that's going to be the most effective and fastest way for you to go ahead and complete it. And then once you get to a certain level, you're not going to be able to continue just naturally progressing through doing the missions versus play versus CPU. You're going to have to hop into moments and then finish the rest of the program through moments. And then once you get a certain point, 15 away basically, you just go into collections, because you should have all the Tops Now cards by then, and then you just collect all of them, and boom, you're gonna have yourself whoever the monthly award is. Now if you did end up enjoying today's content, please make sure to hit that like button and red subscribe button. We stream every single day at 1 a.m. Eastern on Twitch. Everything is inside the description box, from how to become a member to how to join the Discord channel, all of my socials, and my other YouTube channels. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.